cool. I live over here in this RV park.
Desert trails?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, do you?
Yep. Yeah, this is a nice trail. That'd be good for this.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. We're retired, so we can just go and stay wherever we want.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this.
There's a little ravine here. Wonder what it would be like after a rain when it's full of water. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. It's like mid 70s, 75, 76. This desert is so gorgeous. It's been landscaped. Everything is arranged so beautifully in patterns. And I just love it. I saw today up in Iowa, it's like 10 degrees in the middle of the day. I'm just so thankful I'm not having to stay there in that weather. This is so beautiful. I know you guys might get tired of seeing my bike ride videos, but I never get tired of riding out here. It's so splendid that I just want to share the beauty with you. I love it. This ravine is really cool. I can't imagine what this must be like when right after it rains and there's a big storm that goes through. I see tire tracks. You're not allowed to have motorized vehicles out here, so I'm thinking that it's something to do with the park rangers, unless someone sneaks out here at night and rides around. Man, I am really enjoying this. It's a little scary on the corners, I'll tell you, because the bike is not that controllable, and I'm also afraid someone else is going to come around the corner and whack right into me head first. And then I'll swerve over and end up into one of these cactuses. Could you imagine falling into one of these suckers? Oh, man. Or one of those. Oh, any one of these. I just can't imagine. So I'm praying that I don't ever fall into a cactus. That could be serious business.
Big bad storm is rolling in, by the thunder and the wind. Ain't nothing ever gonna be the same. These April showers don't change a thing. Ride for you for 20 long years. Damn you, Heather, you still ain't here. You ain't my mother anymore, and I don't feel sorry for you. April showers won't save dead flowers. I've got the power and I'm moving on. April showers won't save dead flowers. I've got the power and I don't feel sorry for
At this point,
you.
I usually turn around, but this time I said, I'm just going to go across the road here, and there's a trail that goes further on the other side of the road. But as I started to go across the road, one car went by, and so I went up and I didn't see any other cars, and there was a bush there. And as I started to go out on the road, that car was right there. So I hurried, and they go so fast on this road, it's crazy. This road is so busy with so much traffic. Very rocky right here. Just had an error on my bike. I shut it off and turned it back on. It seems to be okay. Wearing shorts today. I'm going to catch cactus on my leg. Felt like something brushed it back there. It was really stiff. Jeez. Hello. All right, this is the first time I've had this happen out here in the middle of the desert. And my bike, the power quit working on it, has an error 8 code, which they said sometimes means a disconnected wire. But I checked all the wires, took the battery out, put it back in, and this thing weighs like 60 pounds. It's terrible to ride with no power. In fact, I can't even get up these hills around here. I have to walk it, push it up the hill. Oh, this is a trial. All right, it takes about 3 or 4 weeks for me to get these videos edited and out to all of you. This video I'm working on right now is at the point where my bike broke down. I had an error. It means there's an electrical connection that went bad. So I got it, I rode it home, which was tough. You know, I had to pedal it in first gear with no electric power. And I finally got to the point where I got to some ravines. I pedaled as fast as I could, but when I got up the other side, my foot slipped off. I hit my heel on the pedal, really bruised it bad. So anyway, I got it home. I checked every connection. I even took it apart, and inside of it is a silver box with about 20 wires on it called the controller. And it looked good to me. So I took it over to this bike repairman here at the RV park, and he found that there was a broken wire in the throttle. So I called up Electric Bikes, and they sent me out a new throttle and a new controller for absolutely free. That is a really good company, because I've had that bike almost 2 years, and they had no obligation to send me those parts for free. So I put the controller in. I forgot to video it. I do that all the time. I had to take that out and reconnect all those wires. I did notice that where on the wires that run the motor, that the plastic around them was a little melted and singed. So I think at one time I might have had a short in there. That could have been part of what the problem was. So anyway, the bike repairman, he didn't come back for 2 weeks. I got the parts, took it over to him. He finished doing it. He found that on my back tire, when I had replaced it, I didn't get the bead in tight by the valve. And so that's why I had a bump in my back tire. I thought it was because it was a folded tire. He adjusted my derailleur. It was rubbing the tire. He replaced the brake pads, gave it a complete tune-up, placed the throttle with the new one. And now when I ride it, it's like riding a new bike. And he did all that work for just $110. It's really nice here at the RV park. Every Monday from like 8 to 1, this guy named Scott Wilcox comes in here with his trailer. He has all of the equipment he needs and a bike rack and everything in the back of that trailer. And you can just take your bike over to him and he fixes it for you. Now, my Jeep's in the shop. They had to replace the heater core. Well, when I turned on my heat, I would smell very strong antifreeze fumes. Fixed that. They called me today, and that is $1,500. And I said, you know, why you got it over there? Can you have your technician look at the engine? Because I'm hearing a tapping noise that's kind of concerning me. And they listened to it, and they're pretty sure that I've got a bad, what they call a rocker arm. So now they're going to be pulling the head gasket off tomorrow and looking at how many of those rocker arms need to be replaced. So that's probably going to be another $1,000. Sue reminded me I have no car payments. Thinking about upgrading to a new Jeep, which would have cost me anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 more. $2,500 of repairs, and sounding too bad. Now we'll get back to the video from 4 weeks ago and finish it out. So I'm sitting down on the job. Next thing on my list, once a year, I go through and I vacuum all the bays. And the wet bay, I scrubbed it out and Now I'm cleaning off the doors with one of these white erasers. Works really good. I'll show you. So this is the door here, and it looks pretty white. There's a few black spots. I'm going to work some more on them. With these white erasers, they work pretty good. And then look at this. I was over at the exchange where they have free stuff, and somebody was throwing out a yoga mat. And this yoga mat is made out of it's a thin rubber. Like, it's got cloth on the bottom, but it's like a rubber on the top. So I went ahead and got it, and I cut it off at the end. It fits absolutely perfect in here because they have a felt bottom in these. It just attracts dirt and lint and crud, and so that's going to be a lot nicer. Check out this cool thing that for Christmas, what you do is you put it on your neck, and then when you trim your beard, all the stuff falls right down in here. I don't have to go outside and trim my beard. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, we're heading up to the Saguaro National Park, and we're going to meet up with some friends that we've had for a long time. Dennis and Mary Grimm and their daughter Jessica and her husband Paul. So it's going to be fun, and we hope to take a little hike and just check out the park. Come along. You see that a lot. Yeah. Yeah. There's one up there.